Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Gunther Show. Thank you guys so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. Two things: like and share this video. Go ahead, spread it, because guess who I'm sitting with? The CEO of KADI, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dandrae Rodgers. What's going on with you, bro?
Oh, what's going on, bro?
Man, brother, you's big for real, dog. Like, I wish y'all could see the way that the muscles is coming out of that shirt.
Yeah,
but regardless of it, man, appreciate you for just taking this time out with me.
It's a pleasure, bro. It's a pleasure.
Now, go ahead and, share with us exactly what KADI is, man.
So KADI is a concierge service. We're really getting away from the whole delivery service theme.
Yeah.
Because with KADI, we really encompass and we really stress service.
Yeah.
And a personal touch. From everything that we do, grocery service, we do store pickups, we do prescription pickups, we do transportation, we do restaurant pickup, we do travel planning, we do the whole umbrella of basically we're your personal assistants at your fingertips.
Personal assistant at your fingertips. I like how you put that.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool, man. So take me back, like, what made you decide to start this concierge service?
Well, for most people know that we really started out as Valley Delivered Goods.
I remember them, yes.
Yeah, so Valley Delivered Goods started off as we were basically just groceries, errands, and restaurant service.
Correct.
And now prior to that, that was pretty much like the start of everything. Like the vision went well beyond like just that. That was just like the foundation, just to start us getting out there and putting a product or a service out there. And just to kind of like see if it worked.
Yeah.
And it really took off faster than we anticipated. But we learned some good things, bad things, you know what I mean? Especially not having like a business background.
Yeah.
And just kind of like jumping out there was a total leap of faith.
Yeah, man.
And it was crazy, but I mean, like the whole process has been phenomenal. But fast forward, almost 2 years in, I actually was approached by my now business partner, Terrell Vidal.
Shout out to Terrell Vidal, man.
And it took probably 2 or 3 months for him to convince me of like, hey, let's make this work. Because he had a vision. He's like, I like where you're going. I like what you're doing, and we can really make this.
Now. The grind, man.
Yeah.
The grind is real.
So we sat down. Tabled everything, and he was basically like, look, this is where my vision is, this is your vision, let's just put it together and let's make it happen. Collaboration, and that lined up. So that's how KADI came about. And we really wanted to, for me, it was more so like we wanted to provide a high-end service.
Yeah. And
we wanted the look and the feel of big city, but we had to actually look the part. We had to provide the right services. We needed our website to look a certain way, and in order to do that, so so we really wanted to stick with that concierge. Like if you go to a concierge, you go to a hotel.
Yeah.
Okay, the concierge, you go to him for everything.
Literally.
What's going on tonight? Where's the events at? Hey, can you bring this to me?
Yeah.
Where's the best restaurants? Can you bring me my food? Can you mail this out for me? That's us. And it's always a, yes, we got you. No problem. We'll take care of it. So we wanted that feel, but we wanted to be mobile. So we're a mobile concierge service.
So with you guys being a mobile concierge service, are you just mobile here in Youngstown or all over?
Well, right now we'll be right here in Youngstown. We do currently do things that are in Cleveland, Akron, and the Canton area, but we're not, but our footprint is here in the Valley.
Yes.
So this is where we're based at. This is our home, and this is where we're really getting everything started and rolling at right here in Youngstown, and then we're going to branch out from here.
So the name KADI, where did that come from?
It's a crazy story, bro.
I'm dying to hear this one.
So basically, everyone knows what a golfer's caddy does.
Yes.
A golfer's caddy is basically a golfer's personal assistant. Anything that the golfer needs, the caddy takes care of.
Yes.
So that's basically where we got KADI from. But a play on that came from literally me getting off the exit of the freeway and looking at a Cadillac dealership. And I was sitting there like, oh, look at all the caddies. And I was just like, oh, wow. I was like, a caddy. And that instantly made me think of a golfer's caddy.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, that's what a golfer's caddy does. So I was just like, caddy, that's our name. That's exactly what we do. So that's where the name came from.
So you was driving on the freeway.
And
you seen some taxis and was like, wow, so that's what we're going to use. It's,
Right.
It's crazy how like you can drive down the street sometimes and boom, something will just hit you.
Right.
So like what has it been like for you guys so far starting business up?
So far, it's been phenomenal. It's been a heck of a process, and actually, to get something of this magnitude started, it takes time.
Yeah, it does.
So we haven't fully like launched yet. That'll happen here in the next couple of weeks. So you're talking, we've been in the planning process and fixing the infrastructure, making sure that we have all of our ducks lined up for about 8 months now.
So for 8 months, you guys have just been in the process, just been building up, just been learning, you know, different things. So what have you learned about yourself in this pretty much this 8-month process of KADI?
Persistence.
In what kind of way?
Persistence in, although you don't see, like you see the end goal.
Yeah.
But between here and that end goal, there's a whole lot of process that you have to go through. There's a whole lot of obstacles that you have to cross. There's a lot of things. So you have to be persistent, consistent, and patient.
Consistency is key, but I think patience is even more of a key.
It is because a lot of people dive into something and if it doesn't happen right now, they give up and they quit and they're on to the next thing, especially in today's society. But it's not like that. Like you can't give up because you're going to face 50 million obstacles throughout life in general.
You sure will.
You can't give up though. Like, so you just got to pretty much take it head on. It's pretty much like challenging, if you know anything about baseball, a curveball. A lot of people see a curveball coming, you think it's going to hit you.
Yeah.
And they either fall back or they move out of the way. The key to hitting a curveball is sinking your hips and leaning into it, and you can knock it out of the park.
I love how you use the sports analogy.
Yes.
And, you know, one of the things about, you know, sports, we've been talking off camera, is how a lot of times in sports, it brings that competitive nature out of you, everything that you were built up, everything that was built up in you that was either good or bad, you can take it out in sports.
Right.
So, like, how do you adapt that competitive nature field from either baseball, basketball, or football, or just sports in general? How do you basically use that here at KADI?
Principles. There's principles that you learn in sports. You learn, first off, you have to be able to take criticism.
From everybody, and sometimes the criticism comes from those people that you did not expect.
Exactly, and you have to take it well. There is such thing as good criticism, and if it doesn't apply, let it fly.
I love how you put that. If it don't apply, let it fly. Yeah, y'all should write that down, man. That was dope.
Right, but those principles that you learn in sports, as far as hard work, determination. Yeah, you may not get it now, but if you get the technique down, I guarantee you that technique is going to last a whole lot longer than talent. So, and then having that competitive edge and that nature in you, like that grit and that grind, like you take that, if you learn that at an early age, which I have in sports, you take that with you throughout the rest of your life. It never goes away, and it's in everything. So I just pretty much took that same attitude and determination and just brought it into business. Like, it doesn't matter how many obstacles come my way. It doesn't matter. Like, I really don't look at competition. Like, I look at like I'm my own competition. So I pretty much attack it like I got to be better than I was yesterday. And if I attack it like that, then I know that, okay, what I did yesterday, okay, cool, I got to top that. So I just got to be better. I got to do better. I got to be better. I got to make everything and everyone around me, my team, better than we were yesterday.
Most people will say that the only competition is the man in the mirror.
Right.
You know, if I say, for instance, you know, because I do know you're a big workout kind of guy. Y'all can tell by his muscles busting out this shirt. So one of the things that they teach you in, like, you know, training is if I did something great yesterday, now I have to double it today. And then on the next day and the next day. But as you continue to grow and build, all of a sudden you look up and say, wow, like I've made some progress. Right. So what have you learned so far that has made you say, okay, in KADI, we did this today. Now we have to double it tomorrow. And now we have to double it the next day and the next day.
The wins, the small wins that you get. Not everyone is going to be receptive to what you do.
Correct.
So you're going to get a whole lot more no's than you will ever get yeses. And that's with everything. So with me is, what I try to do is celebrate the small wins and the small victories. If I celebrate those small wins and small victories, they turn into big wins and big victories. Yeah. So that progress of not so much topping what I did the day before, but at least matching it and trying to go a step above. is pretty much, okay, yesterday, this is what I accomplished.
Yeah.
Today, my task list should be, if it was here yesterday, it should be at least right here. And I just got to attack it that way.
Small victories add up.
Small victories. Now, granted, you will not get small victories every day.
Yeah.
You're not like, you're gonna face defeat. You're gonna face being upset. You're gonna get all type of things that come at you, and you'll end up falling a few times. But you just got to keep on pushing.
Yeah.
You got to keep on pushing, and sometimes that small victory that you had last week sustains you through 2 weeks before you get to your next one.
That's something that a lot of people, I don't really understand. I don't think they understand that even in business, you might mess up a few times,
right?
And your name might get dragged through the dirt.
Right.
But it's honestly about how you bounce back.
It is.
And sometimes even things in your personal life help you become a better businessman.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think something, about, you with being, like a father of, your like kids, how much have like your kids motivated you even here at KADI?
Oh, big time. Listen, my kids, it's funny because when I first got into business, like my kids could not stand being in the vehicle all day long.
I know, I hated it growing up too, man.
Like, are we going to do deliveries again? Like, are we doing delivery? Like, I would feel so bad. I had to take them to my grandma sometime, or my mom when she was in town, she would watch them. But it's funny because now you hear them playing. When they're sitting around playing, they're playing the delivery. Hello, this is KADI. How can I help you? Like, when you hear that kind of stuff, it's just like, oh, okay, cool. So like, it's rubbing off on them.
It rubbed off on you.
It's rubbing off on them. But they're the reason that I do this, though, because for me, like, I'm leaving a legacy for my children.
Yes.
And for their children and for their children. You know what I mean? A lot of us grew up and we had to start things like this all on our own. We didn't have anything handed to us. So we're literally breaking curses and breaking the generational mode of you got to get out there and work 9 to 5. Nothing against anyone working 9 to 5.
Correct.
But as far as like leaving a legacy, though, like I want to leave this earth knowing that I left something for my children to carry on, and for their children to carry on.
And
you know what I mean? And it just continues and continues. So they're my motivation.
Yes.
They're my number one motivation in everything that I do, but especially in business. They're what push me, what drives me. They're my why. You know what I mean? If I'm having a day where it's like, man, I'm really not feeling this, I could think of them, I could hear their voices, I could look at a picture of them, and it's just like, we got to go get it.
And everybody has those days when you don't feel like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Naturally, like, man, I'm tired, but it keeps you going. It keeps you like motivated. So in business, who are some of the role models that you actually have?
Some of the role models, listen, Kendall Ficklin is a huge role model that I have. Maceo Smith, who's my pastor as well, but he's also a crazy, great entrepreneur as well.
Hey, Pastor Smith.
But these guys, Terrell, listen, the dude's grind,
what's up, TD?
Like almost, it can't be matched. The dude is like crazy busy.
Always, man.
Oh my God.
True story. I've shared this, on The City a few weeks ago when, I had him and Judge Carlo Baldwin, and I remember when he was actually getting ready to start up 2D.
Yeah.
And what most people forget, and I don't even think we said it on camera, but he said it, multiple times. He actually started, I believe it was in his basement.
Yeah.
Started in his basement, and his room was pretty small.
Yeah.
But he
His
said
sister's bedroom.
Sister's bedroom. Correction. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in it was in the sister's bedroom, and he said that he wanted to have his own company. So he started from the bedroom. Now the brother has a building. That's his, and I mean, that just goes to, show you the persistence. That goes to show you humble beginnings.
Yes.
What was your humble beginnings like from dropping things off to now actually owning a company?
Oh man, listen, crazy, because I went from delivering mail to now I'm delivering packages. Still packages, crazy, because I was in the delivery service, and then I still stayed in that same field of work, which started my own business. But I tell you what, those years of walking the streets, delivering mail,
and
delivering
hot and
packages,
cold.
hot, cold, rain, sleet, snow, like it did not matter. You talking 20 below, like we were out there.
You guys are out there literally.
You're out there, you know what I mean? There was no days off, and they didn't feel bad for you. But it's crazy when I sit back and think now, of all of those, and prior to that, I did lawn care, which involved like routing and all that. But it's crazy, like now, how everything that I went through then, I literally utilize all of those same techniques, everything that I learned there, I implement right here in KADI.
Yeah.
Like everything, logistics, everything is right here in KADI.
The things you go through always prepare you for where you're at.
And you don't realize it when you're going through it.
Not at all.
A lot of us take that poor me mentality or the whole like
start spazzing on every social media outlet.
Right.
And now you're looking for comfort.
You don't realize that a lot of things that you go through are preparing you for your next season. It's preparing you for something that you have no clue about, and the very thing that you have purpose and passion about. Your story and everything that you go through leading up to them, like it's preparing you for that.
Yeah.
And we don't, a lot of us don't want to accept it, but once we're in that season of like, oh wow, walking in our purpose and in our calling or our passion, is just like, man, I'm extremely grateful for everything that I went through.
Correct.
Because it literally prepared me for now.
In the season that you're in now, with you being the head of KADI, with you being a father of some very beautiful children, what do you believe is going to be next for you?
I have like crazy goals, all right? Like when I sat down, I actually sat down with my children in December and we planned out all of our goals for 2019. And for me, I wanted to be at 4 streams of income. And I'm putting that out there in the interview because I know that I'm going to be held accountable, for what I mean, for what I say. 4 streams of income by December 2019. And I'm on the path to that right now. You know what I mean? Like I won't say some of the other things that I got in the works.
Right, because you got to make everybody suspicious a little bit.
Right, I can't say everything right now.
Just like I'm not going to let y'all know who's on my next city show.
Yeah, right. But for KADI, really for us, we see this going nationwide. Like our goals for KADI is to be, we're not keeping our limits and like we're not limiting ourselves to just Youngstown. Correct. This is where our home base is and this is where we're getting started, but we're definitely like expanding beyond here because of the type of service that we are and that we offer. We're definitely going beyond the limits of Youngstown. So, and we got some things in the work with that as well already, but so things are going to be like really exploding for us, and we're really excited about what's gonna happen. So it's big.
You had mentioned big. Who are some of the big sponsors that you guys are actually sponsored by here with KADI?
Well, we have we do business with like Catulo Meats,
yes,
Kitchen Abs, Laser Ship, Giant Eagle. That's just to name a few. Sweet Melissa's, we just got them on board. We do a lot of things with them, and PSS, a whole bunch of other. Companies, a lot of people that we've been
good, right. You got a bunch of you got a whole list, and you're like, man, I can't even think of everybody. Right, but just to name a few, that's still pretty dope.
Yeah,
man.
Oh, it is, and we have a lot of things and meetings set up for getting ready for the launch that's going to be happening here in a few weeks, and a lot of companies we're in the works with doing things with Youngstown Flea. We're looking to work with Derek a lot, and so it's
things getting ready to roll out pretty much.
It is.
Well, I remember, I think it was a few weeks ago, I actually seen, I believe it was on Terrell's Snap, and you guys had did, I want to say it was like a pre-video shoot.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe it was with like Wayman Jackson.
Yeah, Sight Gems,
man. Yeah. I was looking at that like, when y'all gonna put that out?
Yeah, it'll be out here in the next week or two.
Hurry up, Wayman! I'm ready to see it, man.
It'll be out in the next week or two. We're gonna get it. Yeah, we're really, one thing we wanted to do is make sure that when we were marketing this, we wanted to market it the right way and gear it toward and target our target audience the right way and really show what KADI is, what we do, what we offer.
Yes.
And Sight Gems, they did a phenomenal job.
Shout out to Sight Gems, man.
Yeah, Wayman and Jared, they did their thing with the website and everything. That they website videos, they're beasts. So if you guys need anything done, hit up Sight Gems.
And it seems like you've had a lot of tremendous support. You got Sight Gems, you got Too Deep Entertainment, you got Inspiring Minds, you also got Diesel Download embracing you as well too, man. So like, what is it like for you when you look around and see these people actually embracing you and just wanting to be a part of KADI?
That's great. One thing for me, I love being around people who get the vision. and I love people who are visionaries. And it's nice to sit in a room or just conversate with people who have their own visions, and it's inspiring.
Yes.
And when they begin to embrace the vision that you have, and they see the vision and they see it, like, it's just like, even if it's not directly right in front of them, like they see exactly what you see, it's like a breath of fresh air. I mean, it truly is, because sometimes you can be in a room talking to people and it's just like you're talking a different language.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't get it, you don't see it. They're like, oh no, that's what's up. It's just like, oh yeah, they don't get it.
They don't get it.
It's, like,
annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
They don't catch it. So
Right.
if they don't catch it, you just gotta keep it moving.
Right.
Obviously, we gotta get up out of here. But if anybody wanted to get in touch with you about your services or just wanted to even partner up with KADI, how can they do that?
They can email us at info@callkadi.com. You can also call us at 330-205-9817. And be on the lookout for our social media, or our social media pages are already up. Instagram is call_KADI. Our Facebook is KADI LLP. And the website will be launching here in the next couple of weeks. So look out for it, callkadi.com.
CallKADI.com, nothing that needs to be asked. Dandrae Rodgers, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys hit him up at Call KADI. Appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate you, bro.
No problem at
Yes,
all.
sir.
Be sure to like and share this video, The Chris Gunther Show. KADI, DeAndre Jordan. I call him DeAndre Jordan. That's crazy. I got him. I had to throw a joke in there with him. But anyway, Dandrae Rodgers, ladies and gentlemen of KADI, Chris Gunther, DeAndre Rodgers. Be sure to like and share this video, Chris Gunther Show. See you next time.
Later.